Morning, all. All right, so for today, I've got a California Golden Seals hat on, and I'm wearing a Doctor Who shirt because I used to watch Doctor Who religiously. Then that changed. But hey, maybe someday, right? Maybe someday that comes back. So we're now into the top 350, which when I looked at the jerseys between 350 and 341, I was like, yeah, those are some pretty good jerseys. So let's go ahead and jump in with number 350. I know that this one will have grown on some people since they revealed it. Not for me. It's just it's too much gold. And this, of course, my Forsberg that I got through Dick's Sporting Goods for $7.62, I believe. But yeah, this jersey. I mean, it's higher up in the countdown now than it would have been a couple years ago, I think. And yet, it's still it really hasn't. I really honestly think that if they had this for their road jersey and the blue for the home jersey, that'd be kind of fun. Although you'll notice that their white jersey hasn't showed up on the countdown yet because I think that one actually looks pretty sharp. At 349, I had a Colorado Rockies jersey on the countdown, of course, earlier, the blue one, and now we're at the white one. I think the white one looks much nicer than the blue one, even though it still has some of the same issues. There's a lot of stripes here. When New Jersey went to their new design, they're like, well, we're trying to harken back to Kansas City and Colorado with the striping. I thought that was an odd decision for them because these jerseys are kind of busy when it comes to the stripes. But 349 for the Colorado Rockies in white. Number 348, Minnesota Wild, and this is a word mark, but this one is much higher up than a lot of the other word marks. Not the highest of. I think the New York Rangers is the highest one that has a word mark on the front. But I like the green, the cream color on this stripe here. This, of course, is a jersey. I still think this might be a jersey foul because it's not my name and not a player who played for the Wild. I think it qualifies as a foul now. But yeah, this is a jersey that I like, and that's where we're at in this countdown, right? Where it's like, all right, so I do like these. Just there were other ones I like better, and I would love to see this design with the regular Minnesota logo on it. I think that would look pretty decent. Scouts, first appearance of the Kansas City Scouts, and it's telling that I have the Scouts and the Rockies jerseys in around the same area because they have very similar striping, same colors. Of course, when they went to New Jersey, I guess the New Jersey Devils said, we don't want to use those colors. We'd like to use something different. Went with red and green, which was different. And then they changed the green to black, and the amazing look was born. But before that, we have the Kansas City Scouts, which isn't, I don't know. It's one of those jerseys that I looked at for a long time before I actually bought it. When I said, you know what, CCM's lost the rights to make NHL jerseys, so I should grab that before I can't anymore. So yeah, number 347. But I also have the white one. The white one's higher up on the countdown. Number 346, Montreal. This was during, I believe this was the centennial season when they used this. They used a lot of their older designs. This also has the CA on the sleeve, and it is unlike a couple of the other Canadiens ones that have shown up on the countdown. This is something that's different. The striping is different. Obviously, the logo is a little different, and I like this. This one I got from. This was from eBay. This was from a seller on eBay. But yeah, you can see right here, 1909 to 2009. So this is one of those centennial jerseys, 100 years of Montreal Canadiens. And yeah, they had some pretty fun looks, and you'll see all of them in this countdown. Number 345 is this Providence jersey I got through the AHL store. The interesting thing is I have the Providence version of this ahead of the Boston version of this. I actually like the striping a little bit better. I think it's overall it's a little bit better of a jersey. But again, as I said, I got this through the AHL store. It's kind of fun to wear here and there. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I'm able to find more time to do videos on AHL topics this year, which is part of the reason why I went out and got I think I've got almost every AHL team now. There may be a couple that I don't have, but I've got almost all of them. So I'm hoping to be able to do some AHL stuff, and I think this is a pretty decent jersey. Number 344. This is the style that the LA Kings were wearing when I started watching hockey. This is the sleeves, and the interesting thing is that this design of having the sleeves made like this, obviously Flyers, other teams that have shown on the countdown have had this, but I think it originated with the Kings. I think the Kings were the first team to do their sleeves like this, and I do like, and it's interesting because I just mentioned with Nashville, not a huge fan of all of the golden color, or marigold, however you want to put it. This one shows why, that it breaks it up. It does break it up nicely, and you got the purple in there too. Sharp jersey. It's lower than a lot of the other Kings jerseys. As we get higher up, you're going to see a lot more Kings jerseys. So this one likely suffers by comparison, but I would not be surprised to see them do another throwback to this design over the next couple of years. I think that the reverse retro was popular enough that we will see this come back in some form. Whether it's a purple jersey or a yellow one, we'll see. Number 343. So this is an old Detroit Red Wings. This is how the logo used to look. This is, of course, Gordie Howe jersey. I got this one through Sports K Jerseys, I do believe. And it's interesting because this once again shows that when they do throwback jerseys, when they do something a little different, you could go back to this logo, even if just for that one jersey, right? You could do a throwback. Now, yes, the fact that it's a red logo, red background, it does kind of get washed out, which is likely why the logo appears the way it does now. But yeah, you could do something with this. It just shows the Red Wings logo. You can make small tweaks to it, and it can catch your eye as being something a little bit different, which this one definitely is. Number 342. So this is an Oakland Seals. See this here? You've got California Golden Seals, the C, Oakland Seals, the O. This is the original, and this is exactly why when people complain that Seattle's New Jersey, it doesn't really look like an NHL jersey. Seattle didn't do very well. Hey, there's been some really, really ugly jerseys out of the gate. And if, honestly, the reason this one ends up as high up as it is, it's just so eye-catching is a word for it. I'm not sure that I see a seal in this, much less how it would be holding onto a hockey stick. It's different. It is something that's, well, you can see why they went to a word mark after, right? And the word mark jerseys are rated higher than this. It's just, yeah, that's something stunning. So when people say, Seattle should have called themselves the Seals. Nope. Absolutely not. No. This jersey is a warning. This is what happens when design is run amok. When you have like 3 different ideas for a logo and you go, let's just mix them all into one. I think we're done for today. And then you get this. And to end out this part of the countdown, Minnesota North Stars, 1970s style, double stripe on both the arms and on the bottom of the jersey, with the neckline here that's got green, yellow, white, yellow, green. I like it. It's simple. But again, it ends up suffering in comparison with other Minnesota North Stars jerseys. So it's a good place to close out this part of the countdown, honestly. Minnesota, there's been some really interesting designs over the years. At some point in time, did the Minnesota Wild go back to this color scheme? And I mean go back in that people in Minnesota remember the North Stars. Or do they keep the Minnesota Wild colors and say, no, we will not go back to North Stars at any point? They did the reverse retro, meaning it could happen someday. Someday. And you'll notice, of course, the reverse retro Minnesota Wild has not shown up yet. A lot of the reverse retros have not shown up yet on the countdown, and that is because I really, really like those jerseys, and it's part of the reason these ones get pushed down as far as they have. All right, so there you go. That closes out this part of the countdown. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.